World record holder check, world champion check, Africa title holder check, IAAF Continental Cup gold medalist check, twice Samsung Diamond League winner check. In 2 resounding seasons, Дэвид Rudisha, the stocky-built 800 meters running phenomenon, has marked down imposing achievements listed above in his CV, and this year he's dead set to add the biggest prize of them all, the Olympics gold.
Training was really good, and that really helped me to move into 2011. And it was not that bad because I achieved my goals. Ran a good race, win the World Championships, which was my main target that year. Ran a fantastic race, 141. I was not that very strong at the end because I missed part of my training when I was injured.
The media crew spent 2 days interacting with the 2-lap standard bearer as he went for slight training at the Chepkoilel campus dirt track, and a day later followed him through a light run in the dusty winding roads around E10, the self-styled University of Champions. A dinner and interview opportunities at the Scenic Kerio Valley Hotel and St. Patrick's High School E10 camp, where he crafts his seasons away from the trappings of luxury that his success has afforded him, left the journalist in awe. Here was a man who commands international acclaim and arguably Kenya's most recognizable latter-day sports icon at his humble settings that, in following with the tradition set by accomplished runners in his nation, chooses to reside for maximum focus. His manager, James Templeton, and coach Patricia and brother Colm O'Connell were there to guide their biggest star through the motions as he narrated his aspirations for a year where he hopes to end as Kenya's 4th Olympics champion following Paul Ereng in 1998, William Tanui in 1992, and title holder Wilfred Bungei, who has all but hung his spikes.
I was really happy winning the World Championships because I missed in Berlin after bad weather, and people started saying that Rudisha is not a championship athlete. He's just a fast runner, he's a fast athlete, but he can't manage championship pressure. I knew myself that I can do both. I can do well in championships as well as do fast races in this other leagues circuit. So that is what I wanted to prove to them. And I thank God that everything went as I planned in Daegu. I was really happy because I even told my coach that after winning, I felt like something heavy was, laid down from my shoulders, was taken off. Because that was a very, it was a very great moment for me. And, to stop many questions that I was being asked the other year about Berlin.
Having broken all barriers in 2010 when he broke the long-standing 1 minute 41 seconds .11 world record set by hero and Kenyan-born Dane Wilson Kipketer twice inside a week, 1 minute 41.09 in Berlin and 1 minute 41.01 in Rieti to be named IAAF World Male Athlete of the Year, all eyes were on the Altanki village-born Transmara runner in the subsequent Worlds campaign. After his customary start to the season in Australia, a nagging Achilles tendon injury saw the world record holder delay his entry to the Diamond League. His first Diamond League showing was in Lausanne, where he clocked a modest 1 minute 44.15. Rudisha was dominant at the trials for Berlin, where he won in 1 minute 43.76 on July 16th, before shaping his Diamond League charge with further victories in Monaco with a time of 1 minute 42.61 on July 22nd, and London with a time of 1 minute 42.91 on August the 5th that preceded his golden run in Daegu. Instantly, he became a celebrity in Daegu, his performance ranking as one of those that received roaring approval from the crowd, Sebastian Coe and Cuban legend Alberto Juan Torena at a luncheon organized by AIPS. That done, Rudisha returned to Rieti for another world record attempt, but clearly some of the energy that had marked his 2010 campaign was missing, although he delivered the 4th fastest 800-meter race when the clock stopped at 1 minute 43.31.
in Köln beim großen ASV-Meeting.
I was really impressed. In fact, even myself, I didn't know that I can go that far because the way I felt my shape Last year I was not the way I felt the other year, because I miss a lot of my training. You know, after coming from Australia, I just had that injury that took me around 3 months, 2.5, 3 months out of training, and then starting coming in slowly again, and the season was already on. So I missed some of the races in the beginning of the season, like Doha, Rome, and Ostrava, that I was planning to compete there as a plan of build-up of my season. But I think, you know, coming out of that injury and running a 141 was something fantastic.
Rudisha's season ended in anticlimax when he was handed his first defeat in 2 years by Ethiopia's teenager Mohamed Aman, who clocked a time of 1 minute 43.5 seconds in Milan on September 18th, and the champion's unbeaten mark of 26 races was broken again in foul weather.
I started the season very well, and of course I achieved my level, I achieved my goals, and after that, you know, of course sometimes you might have relaxed in one day, or you know, somebody is maybe Haman, he was peaking toward the end of the season, but for us we were like you know, stabilizing there, and maybe going down a little bit, but of course I was focused, and I was going there even to try to run another fast race, and I was really in good shape. But it's just come something small. It's always happened, you know. It was just a bad day, and it can happen to any athlete. You know, when we go there to the track, yeah, we are good, and we are strong. People expect us to win. But sometimes there's always disappointment, but those disappointments are also good to keep your mind sharp, to know that you have to go back to work hard and do better, because there's some other guys who will be pushing you behind there.
On his much-touted Olympics winning performance later this year in London, Rudisha, who once again kick-started his season in the land down under with 45.82 result for second over 400 meters at the Sydney Track Classic, disclosed that he was looking forward to deliver the goods.
We are really doing a good preparation at the moment, and the progress is really good. Together with my coach, Brother Colm, we are really working hard together to see that we achieve this great achievement of winning gold medal in Olympic. I know it's not easy, yeah, of course, because it's a tactic race, as well as somebody has to go there strong, fresh, and of course to be in the top of his shape. We are working hard, and we hope things will go well, because the way to training is going at the moment. We are on the right track, and I hope things are going to be fine, because we try to do something different this year. You know, 2010 was a different year from 2011. 2010 we did a training of breaking the world record, running fast races, but when we came to 2011 we were trying to do a tactical race of winning the world championships. So this year we are trying to bring them together to combine to see what result we'll get from there. So running fast as well as running well in championships.
Like every other proven soldier, Rudisha does possess a chink in his armor, with a bad weather seemingly the only opponent he's yet to conquer, with his semi-final exit at the Berlin Worlds and his defeat in Milan the most glaring examples. Conditions likely at the London Olympics, Rudisha admits he has to be prepared to beat foul conditions if he's to be sure of fulfilling his ambitions.
In some of the races that have been beaten so far is where we have bad weather, like raining and wet, and I think the weather is not a big problem, because always it affects everybody. But the problem is, my main problem is if it affects my warm-up. That is the big issue, because when I don't do good warm-up and I go to the race, then I felt just a little bit not reactive at the end. In Milan, yeah, of course, there was some delays, a little bit they delay our race a little bit, because there was heavy pouring of rain. And of course, I did only like 5 minutes of warm-up, and then after that, the rain was pouring heavily. So we went into the house, we went into a small room, like 10 meters. So we were just doing some little stride there. So I didn't get my routine of doing warm-up. But of course, you know, like Olympic, when we are going there, we are going to prepare, because we are going also to prepare ourselves to see that we also carry warm clothing of, you know, even if it rains, I can go out there, do my good warm-up without any problem.
Any chance of another world record attempt to crown his season if his London dream is realized?
Yeah, you never know, because the training so far is good, and as I've said, we are trying to combine both together this year. So anytime when we start the season, that is when I really know how my shape is, and from there is when I can really decide whether I can run fast at the same time go for the Olympics.
To keep him abreast with what is going on in his beloved sport as well as other world events, the tech-savvy Rudisha has his iPad and Samsung Galaxy Tab presented to him in Daegu, when he struck gold to scroll through in his modest camp in Iten with an iPod to listen to his favorite tunes when doing his light workouts.